Hi, welcome to the Power of Care Spotlight. I'm Larry Moliterno with Meridian Community Care, and with us today, Beth Bonish is a prevention specialist with Meridian. And today, one of the things that we're talking about is just our work with kids. And I know we struggle on a regular basis to deal with folks suffering from addictions, but we realize that the only way we're going to stem this tide is to start working with younger people and help them make better choices.
Yes. Kids today want to belong to something. They really just want to be a part of something. They want to be recognized for something special and unique. And that's what we try to focus on, providing opportunities for them to express themselves, have a sense of purpose, and feel like they belong and that they can just relax and be themselves.
And one of the things that we've seen in the studies is that it sounds kind of simplistic, but there are factors involved in a child that will determine whether or not they're going to be more likely to develop an addiction into the future. And there are some risk factors that we've clearly identified.
Yes. The more risk factors a child has, for example, friends who are abusing substances or into negative behaviors, those negative behaviors may be modeled at home with their family members or their parents. The more risk factors they have, the more likely they are to get involved in those negative behaviors.
What are some of those risk factors?
The big example is their peers. If their peers, their friends, the people that they're around, the people that they're most influenced by, if they are involved in negative behaviors, then the kids are more likely to become involved. If there is an encouragement in the community somehow to engage in these negative behaviors, the kids will more likely be involved.
So as parents, we need to constantly be paying attention to who our kids are hanging out with and where they're spending their time.
Yes.
Because as parents, sometimes I think you feel like you don't have some control over some of these issues, but there are actually protective factors that if we can try to work with those, we can protect our child from possibly suffering through an addiction in the future.
Yes. Actually, as I mentioned in the beginning, if kids want to feel like they belong to something, they want to be recognized for just who they are and their unique characteristics and skills. So if we give them an opportunity in the community, it could be through some kind of sports team or some kind of program where they're recognized for being a part of something that's positive, and then they bond to that program, or maybe even just their family, what their family does, they're less likely to get involved in negative behaviors.
And it's never too early for parents to start recognizing what some of these factors are and to start really nurturing those protective factors and protect our kids.
Yes.
This has been very helpful, and a lot of parents out there are going to appreciate this information. So thank you very much for watching the Power of Care Spotlight.